CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Sam Darnold and the New York Jets.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Returnable here for Davis. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready for their first possession, and they are led by the 23-year-old from USC in his 3rd year now, quarterback Sam Darnold.
Year 3 now of Sam Darnold being the starting quarterback with the New York Jets, and as you might expect, some ups and downs along the way. That's what happens with young quarterbacks. Last year, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, had to play through some sickness and injury, but the Jets really believe in this guy and showed it by upgrading their offensive line in order to get him more protection moving forward.
He's got his man on the crossing route. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
17 yards. First down, Jets.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Trenton Cannon, his first carry of the ball game.
Trenton Cannon.
It was Jaron Reed who got him down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. And the defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Darnold on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Darrell Taylor in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Darnold from the gun. He's got Herndon, his tight end.
Darnold's pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
A 61-yard.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The score remains tied, 0-0.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
They run it with Carson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Chris Carson.
A gain of 3, second down.
At the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
On second down now. It's Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
On second down, it's Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one that had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Carson. They go read option with Wilson. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They go read option with Wilson, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
First and 10. At their own 20-yard.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
1-yard gain.
From the gun, a run with Cannon. He's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's third.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Darnold's pass.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10.
29-yard line.
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
Wilson.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's a gain of 5.
Look at the numbers from last week for Olsen. 5 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught by Penning. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
After 7-0, on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Jets 0.
3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run with Penny, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the Jets' 17-yard line.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
That's good.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured. Status when we get back. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Penny, the ball carrier.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
A gain of 1 yard on the play.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. For the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Bell. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell. He's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder.
Complete to Jamison Crowder.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got Denzel Mims, the rookie from Baylor. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
New York.
Throwing again is Darnold. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the Seahawks 28-yard line.
Darnold completes it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 13-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
A gain of 15.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught.
Darnold's pass.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The 1st down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard.
Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And for Pete Carroll, we might recall that he was a member of the Jets organization for 5 years, 1990 through 94. Had the first 4 as defensive coordinator and then as head coach for one largely forgettable 6-10 season in 1994. But I'd say his stock has risen since. This time it's Penny. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Wilson.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Here's Cannon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bell. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Roughing the passer defense.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Cannon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Donald's pass.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
32-yard line.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st down, Wilson. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Darnold. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
The ball carrier. He was taken down by K.J. Wright. It's a gain of 4.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
A gain of 9 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Thrown away. And
so now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Here's Darnold. Able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jaron Reed in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. They'll run with Cannon. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult third and goal here. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Jets 10.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in.
And the Jets pressure. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
I like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Wilson's pass.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And here's Wilson on third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a pop.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Damon Harrison drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
Now here's Michael Dixon, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On second down, it's Cannon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Darnold's pass
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about an on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Jacob.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Wilson will throw again.
2nd and 8.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
At the 43-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw again is Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete.
Wilson.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And 6.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
I'm not sitting down with my account. He said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. On third down, it's Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Is good.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Jets take over 1st and 10.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
2nd down and 10. Darnold able to connect with Mims. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
The 47-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
It's a gain of 8.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. Able to fight through one tackle. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. C.J. Mosley gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up
2nd down and goal. Wilson. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson taking it in. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now. Furman gets it to his running back, Cannon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Pass. Complete to Trenton.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon.
Darnold's pass.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Up high. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities. 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. From the 50, it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And it is incomplete. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now it's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
29-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman.
Darnold's pass.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end.
Darnold's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Darnold's throw taken in by Mims.
Darnold's pass.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Open man left side, that's the tight end Herndon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
2nd and 5.
Darnold completes it. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3rd and 2, Darnold. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Darnold's pass.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Sam Darnold.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. He hits Herndon over the middle, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Are you serious, dog? There you go. Got him again.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This is Carson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They run again with Carson. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On third down, Carson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
So the victory here for Seattle. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. And look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.